Today, we're going to be talking about FIFA 21 icon swaps and what you should choose. FIFA 21 is here. Don't waste your money on FIFA points. Go to MMOPO.com and get cheap, fast and safe FIFA 21 coins. Use code OzNoz to get 8% off your order. Link in the description. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be talking everything to do with icon swaps. If you find this video interesting or informative at all, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and of course subscribe down below if you are new to the channel, trying to hit 18,000 as soon as possible. Let's see how quickly we can get there. So as you can see on screen, EA have released icon swaps. These are basically what you have to do to get the tokens. Now we have the classic Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga, and you have to have 5 first-owned players in that team, and I think the rest of the team has to be from that league in general. So hopefully you guys have good first-owned players in your club. That would be basically pretty essential there. Also, you have these extra ones where you can get some packs for scoring in those matches, which I suppose is quite nice. So you have 5 here. And then if we move over here, we have 3 here, which are the squad battles ones. In my opinion, I think it's silly they do it as squad battles. People like me don't want to play any squad battles matches. I prefer to play them all online. I suppose they are a bit easier. You have to win 5 of each of these, and you need to have 11 championship players in this one. You need 11 MLS in this one, and you need 11 Eredivisie in this one. So not too hard. So there are 8 tokens available now, and it is important to know on January the 1st, so the first day of the new year, they'll release 10 new ones. So you do these 8 and then you have 10. So overall, there are 18 tokens. Now, next thing we need to talk about is how do you spend those tokens? Well, let's go over to the squad building challenges section. And then we can take a look, a gander at the swap. So if you go to the swap section, is where you can find it. So let's just go through them. For 2 tokens, you get 2 ultimate packs. That's just 225k packs for 2 tokens. Now I think it's important to notice that you can't do these over and over again. I think once you do it once, do it. So you couldn't, for example, do 9 of these, so you'd get what 18 ultimate packs. That would be absolutely ridiculous, but quite OP at the same time. Then there's one where you can get a pack that for 3 tokens you can get a pack that has 5 85 plus packs, which is pretty decent. And unless your pack luck is so bad, you're guaranteed to walk out, in my opinion. Next, we have the 83 plus times 25 pack, which is kind of like an ultimate pack, but with 83 pluses, which is incredible. There are so many good players you get there. You could get really stinky and not even get a walkout, but the odds on that are mental, and you're at least guaranteed one Ferland Mendy or Joe Gomez. But to be fair, by the time you've got that, their price might be down. Now, first icon available is Nemanja Vidic here. He is available for 7 icon swaps, which is interesting. Just under half the amount. Now this card is very, very good this year. I've heard 77 pace is very good enough, especially if you whack a shadow on, and his A6 defending and physical are brilliant. He's a very aggressive card, and I think he's going to be very good indeed. Like, genuinely look at his stats. Medium high 6'3" is exactly what you want in a centre back. So moving on, we have the base icon pack. Now we already have 3 of these. Now if you haven't got lucky in these, maybe it's time to have another one. Maybe it's time to have another bite at the cherry. A very decent amount. I mean, 8 tokens for this is very decent. Moving to the next, OzNozHD Hagi. This one I'm not too sure about. I mean, 4-star, 4-star. Medium lows, not too nice. 5'8" as well, but I don't know. I've never really it's never jumped out at me, this card. And I think for the amount of tokens, it might not be worth the risk, in my opinion. But nevertheless, a decent card. It is a decent card. You have to bear that in mind. Also, although he's an icon, if you're looking for strong links, he doesn't provide that because there aren't any other good players for his nation. This one is interesting to me. For 10 tokens, bear in mind that's 2 more than the base icon pack. You can get an option or a base or a mid icon, which is interesting. Now, if you open this, you need to bear in mind that the chances are you're probably going to get a base icon out of them, knowing EA. But it's interesting that for 2 more tokens, you can get the option of potentially packing a mid icon. So that's interesting. Next, we have Suka. Now, once again, I think this is quite an underwhelming player choice, in my opinion. 4-star, 4-star, fair enough. High, medium, 6 foot. His pace just isn't fast enough to fit the meta. And although his shooting is good, I'm not entirely sure he's going to really fit the bill. At this point with players like this, you can just get so many better alternatives. Like, you can buy Ben Yedder, like an A6 Ben Yedder, who has basically the same stats and card for Potentially like less money. Obviously these are free, like you just play to get these players, so they are invaluable, but it's an interesting option nevertheless. You get the mid icon pack, which is for 12 tokens, so 4 more tokens for a base icon to a mid icon. I think this could be a very, very decent shout, if I'm honest with you. Looks good, and the mid icons are a lot better than the base icons, in my opinion, in a lot of examples. Then we move on to Ronald Koeman. He looks like a class card, in my opinion, and a card that you could play in CDM as well. Like, for a centre-back to have 88 shot is mind-boggling. So, in my opinion, if you were to do this card, what you should do is you'd put him in a team with a 5-back, and then you just move him into probably an outside midfielder, if I'm honest with you. His issue is he has 3-star, 3-star, but he has the stats of a cam or like a winger without pace. A very odd card that you could play at many positions on the pitch. Maybe a class just bang box centre mid. Overall, just such an all-rounded card. He's 5 pace away from being an incredible member of the Hullet Club. I think in general Koeman could be like, if you look at these cards, I mean, if Koeman was a CDM, he'd definitely be more tokens, but the fact Rijkaard is the CDM means that he's more valuable in my opinion. 3-star, he's a 4-star weak foot as well. Looks an interesting choice, but then again, I always think to myself, these two, like, you could just get a Kante or a Van Dijk in those positions in particular. Now, I know these are free, technically, but you might be better off buying a player on the market for these guys that are untradeable and then just testing your luck on packs. The next pack we have is the mid or prime icon pack, which is very interesting, because then you're guaranteed a mid, but you could be getting a prime. Now, this one looks quite tempting to me, if I'm honest with you. I like to try it because the chance of getting a prime would be incredible. Moving on to the 89 plus mid icon pack. This is one that looks really good as well. I think I'm going to be going for either the 89 plus mid icon pack or the mid or prime icon pack, if I'm absolutely honest with you. Because the fact that it's guaranteed 89 plus means that you get rid of quite a few stinkers. And this could genuinely be the best option for you. Base icon player pick. I mean, on the surface, this sounds incredible, but when you actually think about it, the base icons are quite stinky. I mean, like, some of them are obviously good. Like, you could just get really lucky, but if you've already done 3 of the base icon packs, like myself, then the chances are you might get a duplicate in there, and you're probably going to get one alright choice. Like, the chance of you getting one of the best is quite slim, and I think you want to mid. And then Thierry Henry, if you spot Arsenal, go ham, go on it. I don't think this card is necessarily good enough, so I would steer clear of here. Now, in my opinion, I think the pack options are actually the best available out of this selection. In my opinion, I've just got to be honest. I think that is the case with these packs. So, in terms of the pack options, in my opinion, we have base icon pack. So these ones, I mean, I think the 85 5 times looks good, or the 2 ultimate team packs. You have 18 overall, so you could end up doing, say, these 2, which add to 8, and then is there a 10, and then a base or mid icon pack? That would be quite good. You'd get a base or mid icon pack, and you'd get 25 83 pluses and 5 85s. That would fill your club with a lot of great players, and hopefully you'd get lucky. Or you could do something like 2 ultimate team packs, which is 2 tokens, and then if you move over to the end, you could do a mid or prime icon pack. Or even, you could do an 89 plus. I think what I might do is the 89 plus mid icon pack and the 2 ultimate packs. I think that is genuinely the best option. But I would be very interested to know what you guys are going to do down below. Let me know what your thought process is, what you're thinking. And also, if you guys have any of these icon packs that you want me to open, let me know on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want. I'd love to open them on stream or on these videos. But yeah, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome, and goodbye.